What else we got? 4 sneaky ways girls test men. 5 hidden skills only players have. Bye. What the fuck?
If deep down you are secretly a player, or maybe it's just where you're at in
Hey,
life right now.
I think I
The
am.
stereotypical player
I'm
is the dude who
cool.
always seems to have girls chasing after him. And due to social proof, getting even more girls to chase him becomes an increase. Truth be told, most natural players I've met are really good with girls, but they're not the type of guy that you'd actually want to become friends with. There's no denying that they have a very effective set of skills, and what you're about to learn are these subtle skills that allow the players to play in a league that is beyond the reach of most men. So
Damn.
with that said, let's get right into it. Number 1, players are cold. Many of the smoothest, most charming men in the world also happen to be serial killers, or they were men who had one or more of the dark triad traits, which makes them appear to have no emotions. And what this does is it makes them come off as cold.
The
Looking
Joker.
for friends, something that we always look for is emotion, because when a person shows emotion, they are revealing their hand, so to speak, and telling you all kinds of things about their personality, and the more that we know about someone, the more that we feel that we can trust them. Many guys think that the best way to increase their attractiveness is to show emotions around girls and to be super friendly.
You taught me
This
that.
is exactly the opposite of how it
Oh,
works in
fuck.
the real world. Girls
That
will
whole last
always
video was
be
worthless
far more
then. Son of a
attracted to
bitch.
A man, a lack of emotions is typically associated with strength
What the
and calm
fuck is-
masculine energy. There is a very good reason why all of the villains in your favorite Hollywood movies maintain an emotionless image, and it's because holding a non-reactive frame is associated with masculine energy, power, and respect. Girls are drawn to the lack of emotions displayed by players because they
This is the
can't
most
quite figure them out.
counterproductive
It
advice
shows them
I've
how much
heard
they are
yet.
interested in the girl, and even just from a general point of view.
This is
Players
the
tend to
worst
make a lot of
advice
men
so far.
anxious because their lack of emotion makes it incredibly.
It would be better if he
difficult
just told you to
gauge
go
whether
up and
or
try
not
and get a
they
high
like
five
you.
from a
As
girl
men,
to
we do
make
not
an
like
icebreaker.
uncertainty. Number 2, players are smooth. Occasionally, I find myself watching prank videos on YouTube, and I
Oh,
can't help but
God.
notice the social
Oh,
dynamics of the situations
Jesus
that these pranksters get
Christ.
themselves into. And the level of awkwardness
This
that you
is
see in
so
some
sad.
of these videos is absolutely mind-blowing.
Oh.
And although the awkwardness definitely makes for a great
He believes
prank video,
the pranks
it's
are
not something
real.
that really works out that well in the real world. Now remember,
Yeah.
being smooth is simply knowing how, what, and when to say or do something.
Yeah.
Watching a player
Fuck
around
yeah.
girls is like watching a perfectly tuned Ferrari race around a racetrack. Like the player, the Ferrari is so good at what it does that it makes it look easy to anybody watching. But for many players, this skill seems to
Alright, I think I'm gonna have to speed run this a little bit. This is
players
bad.
are not heroes. Players are the purest form of an anti-hero. Many guys out there
What?
today, without even realizing it, play the role of the hero, meaning they're always looking for ways to protect girls from guys that they view as evil, such as players. There's actually a name for this, and it's called the hero instinct. And most of you watching probably have it to some extent.
What are you
Depending
fucking
on the player
talking
who's in a
about?
relationship with a girl wants to protect her, give her emotional support, and
Does he
help her
live
when
in
she
Gotham
needs
or
help.
something?
These
What?
are great things
What?
to do if you want to be in a relationship or if you're already in one with a girl. But since players just want to play the field, they totally avoid doing these things. Because when you start giving girls emotional support, like listening to their problems, being protective of them, and constantly helping them when
No,
they need
that means
help,
you're a
what
loser. You're a
doing
fucking
is putting
psychopath
yourself in
already.
the role of a boyfriend, and you're basically telling her that that is what you want her to view you as. And the reality is that on average, a
Alright,
typical
what's after
player is
hero?
almost always going to be viewed as far more attractive than a husband. The opposite effect. Number 4, players are overconfident. Let's just be honest. Many guys get triggered by players because players tend to be very overconfident while many guys are lacking in confidence. Girls are
number
very
5.
social, and girls care very deeply about what other people think about them, especially other girls. One of the greatest signs or skills of a player is simply the ability to not tell. A lot of girls want to keep things casual, so they avoid men who quote-unquote kiss and tell.
Alright, I missed the last one. What do the comments say? I really do feel bad for young men these days. You'll go on YouTube asking like an innocent question like, how can I be more confident? And then you just, these fucking things. So you're a Sigma male cuck. Here's how to be the alpha male Chad that's fucking the girl that you're dreaming of. And then you get like the worst advice on the goddamn planet. And then a year later you're on the fucking Reddit for men whining about why nice guys finish last. Back when I was at that stage of being that weird fucking loser, I also went to the internet, but luckily it wasn't nearly as horrible when it comes to advice as it is now. But I did used to get my advice on Reddit, and that was the most miserable period of my social life. It's the worst. God, I can only imagine how fucking confusing it must be for young adults, young men like that now. How Warner Bros. Is lying to you.
Beautiful action.
Great movie.
I loved it. But then...
And the
right at
game
end of
was
the
great
movie,
on PSX.
This thing happens, and I'll never forget it. Michael Jordan dunks a basketball, and we freeze frame on him. And on his face is what I can only describe as a contorted, horrified scream. And the credits just pour over him. This moment still shakes me. Why does a children's movie as light and joyous as SpceJam end like this? That
I'm assuming this is
question
satire.
has haunted me for decades and brought me on a voyage from which I have only recently returned. And
This
with
is a troll video?
single
Oh.
Shocking realization. The
I'm sure it's
film
well done.
currently masquerading as SpceJam 2 is a lie. I know how insane this sounds, so all I ask is that you follow me on this journey and come to your own conclusions. And our first stop in doing this is in understanding the true nature of SpceJam 1. See, SpceJam is not a story.
God, it's such a good
about
movie.
Bugs Bunny or
Haven't seen it since I was a
basketball, or
kid,
that
but
sexuality is confusing
I did really
and
like it.
complicated. It's about what happens when our wildest dreams come to be and leave us trapped in a nightmare.
Thanks for
And the
some Doug.
reason this is all surfacing now and you're finally seeing people begin to plumb the infinite depths
If it's not a real story, I'll probably just pass. I'm sure it's good satire, though. I like Super Eye Patch Wolf. What $1 million buys you around the world? Sounds interesting. Alright, let's see.
It's your lucky day. Here's your very own $1 million check. The only condition is that you can only use it to buy a house. You can choose to live anywhere in the world.
Oh, California,
Asia,
I don't even get a
Australia,
single
the
bedroom.
Americas, heck, even a private island in the Caribbean. You can finally settle down in the environment you've always dreamed of. Be that a
Thank you,
modern
Sub
waterfront mansion with
Ninja,
sparkling
Resub
waterfront
Hanjan.
views, or a penthouse apartment in a New York or Dubai skyscraper.
This is really
As you'll
loud.
quickly discover, $1 million can go a mighty long way. Or, in some particularly affluent areas, it'll barely even get you a parking spot. Need some help deciding where to move? Let's take a look at what 7 figures will buy us across every corner of the globe.
Let's go.
Kicking off our journey around the world is the city that never sleeps.
Oh,
a place
Jesus.
home to over 8 million people. The bustling metropolis that is New York City. The Big Apple is one of the most expensive cities
me an
across
apartment
the US.
for a day.
But on its infamous central island, the skyscraper-tastic borough of Manhattan, the prices get even higher and
Exit
the
tier
apartments
1
get even
raise.
smaller. The median price for a 1-bedroom apartment here is almost $1 million, so
Yep.
that's exactly what we can expect to buy. Choose from a 1-bedroom, 640 square foot apartment in the West Village that comes with a private terrace and gym in the building. Or go for this one, another 1-bedroom straddling Murray Hill in Midtown. It's a 2-story open floor plan on the top floor of the building, offering impressive
York
views of the
sucks.
skyline from the outer deck.
What a
It even
shithole.
includes a dishwasher and a washing machine, which might not sound crazy, but it's rather rare for apartments like this that were built in the 1920s. In
Give me
Paris,
something
you'll be
cool.
spending your time walking down the Seine, visiting museums, and watching the world go by from a street-side cafe. This tiny 667 square foot apartment sits in the 7th arrondissement within walking
Jesus,
distance
just
of
an
the
apartment
yourself
again,
living in
okay.
the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, where a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, stylish apartment covering some 1,800 square feet is ready to be swept up. Check out those views. At a
You're telling me it-
$353
Wait,
per
what?
square foot, the dollars stretch a lot further in
That's
the UAE.
cheaper than in
If
New
you're willing
York.
to live a little further inland, then that same bag of cash could buy you an enormous 3,566 square foot family home, which boasts a pool and a beautiful front garden. From the UAE, let's board a 14-hour flight to the Great White North. Welcome to Toronto. It's on TV or not.
Yeah, I don't feel like going through that. It's too many. I don't care. All I learned is New York is dreadfully overpriced, even compared to something like the fucking Burj Khalifa, where you get triple the space that you get in New York for the same price. Crazy. Christ, alright, I'll watch The Legend of Jeff. Sounds horrible, but we'll see. Oh my god, Jesus. Why do people keep recommending This is, okay, before even clicking this, I already know this guy probably fucking murdered somebody. It is always serious shit. That's not fun. Like, it's not fun at all. I'm looking for goofy shit, not serious things. Like, my god. It's fucking crazy. Charlie, watch this interview with the school shooter. No, watch it. It's good. Charlie, watch the school shooter interrogation. I like the channel, like I've said millions of times, but I would never watch it on a YouTube night. Jeez, even going backwards to the shit we've already watched. Like goofy shit like this. Dumb shit. How to make a girl like you. How to hypnotize a woman into wanting to fuck you. Like, and then we go to, here, this guy actually killed somebody. See what he has to say. Haha.